It's just a St. Elmo's fire. You're gonna be the man in motion. All you need is a set of wheels.
Today. So,
yes.
Geez.
Do you know the reason, Jay?
What is the reason? You're gonna tell me anyway, Rachel. So it's just like, yeah, what is the reason?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's because our podcast this past Friday was with, there were many, many great people, but one of them was the writer of St. Elmo's Fire. Do you remember? You know how
not just the
he did
writer.
not write the song.
It's his life.
It's his life. We saw the
yeah.
screenplay. Well, not really. We saw the creepy letters that he wrote, that the person who would be Andy McDowell, who we watched in the movie.
Right.
Jay, are you at all interested?
All of that unpacks on this week's YaJagoff podcast. And that's only about 13 minutes or so on the podcast, but there's a full-length video of an hour long of them telling the complete story, including Carl and her, who he fell in love with.
And I'm totally listening.
A picture of them and Annie McDowell and Emilio Estevez in the same position.
So cool, right? But also, you need to check out that podcast because we're talking 20 years of some legacy art. There's a great dance thing that's happening the 27th and 28th, as well as the shindig that's happening on August 4th and 5th. All right.
Well, meanwhile, back to our schedule.
Stuff that Jay's interested in.
So happy I asked that question. But obviously, we're just, listen, I'm going to keep it short. We're sitting in another Mazda, and I'm telling yourself, you guys are all doing yourself a disservice. If you're not stopping out here just to check out what Mazda has going in the market, all of the incentives, the current rebates, and especially all of the things that we're doing at Rohrich. There is a reason that we're number one. And I'm sure, you've heard it time and time again, Mazda makes a great car. And in fact, their cars rank out nearly number one in every segment that they compete in. But though Mazda makes a great car, it really is true that Rohrich makes the difference. So I encourage you guys to stop in and then just check us out. Short, sweet, and then they can get back to all the things that I wasn't listening. So thank you for having me on the podcast. It's always a pleasure, guys.
Bye,
Jay, is it a rumor or fact that your customers get Starbucks when they get delivery of a car?
It's so true. It's a fact.
Absolutely.
Did you notice?
How about that? Speaking of Picklesburg,
Bye.
starts this Thursday. We'll be down there on the Boulevard of the Allies starting this Thursday.
We saw them setting up already.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So get ready, because if you're pickle juice drinking, if you're pickle bobbing for pickles, if you're pickle chip eating, all of those things are going on, as well as the Little Gherkins area, sponsored by 5 Generation Bakers. Mancini's Bread is rolling out a special bratwurst pickles thing on their beer bread.
Dude, you said it. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Anyways.
And if you happen to live under a rock and you don't know what a big deal this is, it's not just pickle juice drinking. We're super fortunate that we've been referred to as the pickle juice drinking people. But now it's the Olympicals. Pickles. Olympicals. Get it, guys? Because there are 3 different events. It's going to be non-stop game fun. So hopefully you'll be coming down. And don't forget, they added an extra day. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 12 to 10.
Boulevard of the Allies. Don't complain about parking. Don't complain about...
Just don't.
Just Uber. Just do whatever. Take some public transportation, because it's going to be crowded, and just enjoy.
And I'll just leave this here. There's a little something when you come over to our booth. It's a pretty big deal. Big deal. I said it twice.
Deal.
That's going to happen on July the 27th, and we want you to come with us. And it has something to do with a place that we were in a bus trip. Put it together, people. Put it together. There you go. Right. Babesburg. What do you know about that?
All I know is that it's a great place. We're very supportive of Babesburg.
Yes.
Kat and the gang over there. Their last event got a little washed out. They would not really, the whole weather thing, but either way.
But then it happened on Sunday, and it was awesome.
Right. This event coming up on July 28th is at Johnny Angel's Ginchy Stuff at the North Shore. And it's kind of like a pop-up made-up market where women can just kind of hang out.
But it's not just women. That's why I
support
threw it to
others.
You. Yeah.
Yes.
But men are supposed to come. Somebody was like, well, what about men? Absolutely. It just supports and obviously goes back to Babesburg, which is, a great place to hang out with women who are very much like you, to try new things. They do things from self-defense classes to, like we said, makers markets, all kinds of things. Our friends Ian's Lids, 412 Thrive, 416 Vintage 416, cannot wait. there are so many great people who we know who are going to be there. We're trying to get macaroons there as well. Did you know I was working on that?
No, I didn't know you were working
Yeah,
on
so
that.
there's all kinds of fun things. You can tour the museum, and obviously great libations, all part of the $10 ticket fee. So hopefully we'll see you there on the 28th.
If you want to be a vendor, can you still get in?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Hit a sister up. All right, North Strabane Community Days. How exciting is this going to be? So my dad is actually performing there, and that is on August the 3rd, and they have a phenomenal community days. There's everything from kids activities to games to food trucks and tons of entertainment starting at, I believe, 4 o'clock. And our own on-air Kristen is going to be the MC for the whole night. So she's loads of fun, and she'll be telling you of what to expect and introducing all the great bands.
Got it. Yeah.
You heading that way?
Yeah, I think I will head that way. Yes.
Bloom Market. Bloom, there it is. We jumped a
Nice.
little bit,
Little
but
bit of a
Bloom
song
is here
difference. Yeah, different
with
song.
Picklesburg. So here's what my Saturday is going to look like. I'm going to get up, take my walk, and then head over to Swickley, Bank Street to be exact. And it is this is only the 3rd month that they're doing this, but it's the 3rd Saturday of every month through October. So they did this in May and June, and they've gotten new and different vendors every single month, but a lot of the returning vendors as well. So it just keeps growing. And it's just a really cool supporter of like farmers markets. So basically it has like, pop-ups of art vendors as well as blooms that you can just purchase.
Nice.
How about that? And
Yeah.
that's on Saturday the 20th. So hopefully we'll see you there.
All right. Is that it? That is your
Oh my God,
YaJagoff
I'm
6-minute
exhausted. I'm
Pittsburgh
exhausted.
fix.
Yeah.
And it actually is about 6 minutes, almost 7. But it also is just another
Just another Mazda Monday.